Today's Sunshine Note is titled, Give Because You Want to. Just then he looked up and saw the rich people dropping offerings in the collection plate. Then he saw a poor widow put in 2 pennies. He said, "The plain truth is that this woman has given by far the largest offering today. All these others have made offerings that they will never miss. She gave extravagantly what she couldn't afford. She gave her all." Luke 21 verse 1 through 4. Who would have thought that such a simple act would be talked about 2,000 years later? Jesus drew attention to this woman's gift, and Luke wrote about it, but not because of the size of her gift, but because the size of her heart. It was easy for the rich people to give. They had a lot of money, but this woman, she couldn't afford to give, yet she gave her all. When I was your age, there was a time that my family couldn't really afford to give. We were fairly new Christians, and my parents had to rework the family budget to include tithe and offerings. Dad was paid weekly, and I remember one week when money was tight. Dad called a family meeting and said, "If we give tithe and offering this week, there may not be much money for food. What do you kids think we should do?" We took a vote. It was unanimous. We would give it to God first. Then some amazing things happened. Each day for the next week, God provided food. One morning we woke up to find that someone had left several loaves of fresh bread on our front porch. On another day we were invited out to dinner. On yet another day, friends brought us produce from their garden. These coincidences happened all week long until Friday, when a church member brought over a casserole for our Sabbath lunch, and we hadn't told a soul about our lack of money for food. The lesson for my family was this: when we give to God, He always gives back. Sometimes it's through gifts like the one my family was given. Other times, what we get back is the satisfaction of knowing that we have given to God. Even that itself is enough. It is hard to give money, isn't it? Especially when you are a kid. God doesn't force you to give. As with everything else, He gives you the choice. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 7 says, "Each of you must make up your own mind about how much to give, but don't feel sorry that you must give, and don't feel that you are forced to give. God loves people who love to give." Here's how I look at it. Jesus gave His life, and one of the ways to thank Him is to give. But don't stop with giving Him just money. The best thing you could give Him is your heart. Just then he looked up and saw the rich people dropping offerings in the collection plate. Then he saw a poor widow put in 2 pennies. He said, "The plain truth is that this widow has given by far the largest offering today. All these others have made offerings that they'll never miss. She gave extravagantly what she couldn't afford. She gave her all." Luke 21 verse 1 through 4. May God bless you today.